Can we talk?
Talk sports.
Real sports.
Give us a hot spoonful of your opinion.
He's Talking Sports with Rob J and Willie Richardson.
Where am I?
You're in the zone.
Good evening, everybody. It's Willie Richardson over Rob J, and talking sports this afternoon, a beautiful afternoon, and a lot of things going on. Some great things, Rob. Some bad, I guess you say some things that you hate to hear, but it's one of those things that happens, man. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Last night we learned that Mrs. Eileen Payton, the mother of Eddie, Walter, and Pam Payton, she passed away at the age of 87 after a lengthy illness. And we're going to talk about, her life during this show, and we're going to also talk about a sports camp that's coming to Jackson. But I want to let you know that this show is brought to you by First Commercial Bank, where business is personal. It's located at 1300 Meadowbrook Road in Jackson. First Commercial Bank's business hours, Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. And on Friday, 9 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Their phone number is 601-709-3570. And they also have a branch now in Ridgeland, Mississippi. That's First Commercial Bank. Their website is firstcommercialbk.com. Also, this show brought to you by St. Dominic's, Skilled Hands, Compassionate Hearts. St. Dominic's is more than a hospital. It's a Christian ministry of healing. Call St. Dominic's at 601-200-2000 or log on to their website at www.stdom, that's STDOM.com. And Willie, we start off this show, as you mentioned, about the death of Mrs. Payton.
Right.
Man, she was such a nice, strong lady, man. I know that it's devastating. I talked to Eddie earlier today, and he was in good spirits. He said the family's in good spirits, and it was just something that happened, and they accepted. Yeah,
I know, Rob. She was really strong, and, a real athletic supporter, and you have to be to bring guys up, like Eddie and Walter, great basketball, great football players. And I guess Eddie did play basketball, didn't he?
I think he could play anything.
I don't know about that. But he played golf.
He golf.
He played golf now. Football, yeah. But you're right. Such a great family, man. And we know them all. I mean, we all. I heard about this about 3 weeks ago that she was kind of ill, and I didn't think this was going to happen this soon. But you never know about things like that. But that's what happened, man. But we just give our condolence to all of our family, and also everybody they know how we feel about them, man, because they've been with us for a long time.
Yeah. So, And I know, she would always ask me, she would say, "You never brought me my bobblehead doll." I had those bobblehead dolls.
Yeah, I remember those.
And she said, "You never brought me one." And I finally did get her one, because each year she would the family would lay flowers and roses at the monument of Walter Payton,
right,
at the Walter Payton Center.
Yeah.
And they did that every year. And I got her that, and she said, "Okay, you to keep your word." But I made sure I kept my word with her on that. But that was special that she would do that, and she told me that not a day went by that she didn't think about Walter Payton.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. He's a great guy, man, and a lot of people feel the same way about Walter. Man, he was special. The guy was not only a great athlete on the football field, but just a great guy off the field, and he shared a lot of his life with everybody, and I'm sure that he's been sorely missed. And, it's just one of those situations, man, that everybody kind of, fell in love with the Paytons, man. They really always been good people. And, I had some brothers went to school with Walter and Eddie, really, when I was gone, when they got to Jackson State. But we had some guys who went to school with them, man. So I had some brothers that went along with them. So it was good, man. And so it was just one of those things that happened, man. And just I'm sure that Eddie and his families, they understand. They've been through it before. I guess the toughest thing was with Eddie, man. That was the toughest thing I think that they had to go through with Walter, not Eddie, but Walter. Because of where he
also with the father too, because he died under some strange circumstances.
Right.
But I understand that the services, there will be a memorial service Friday from 7 until 8 at Black's Chapel, and they will have a body lie in state when they move it to Columbus, Mississippi. I think that's their hometown, Columbus, Mississippi. Right. And but Friday night at 7, from 7 to 8, they have a memorial service.
Okay, listen, Talking Sports Live, 601-995-1059 is our number to call here and get involved in some things. Well, a lot of things going on, Rob. You got a guy in our studio here, and when I came in, Rod Beechem was here, sitting here, and his pretty wife was here, and Larry had down here. You had the same thing, Jackson State, all that. The guy didn't sound like no Jackson State guy, man. That name didn't register with me. And I found a free guy from Texas Southern, man, from Jim Hill High School here in Jackson, but he went to Texas Southern, so.
Who said he went to Jackson State?
You and Larry, I think, man. I was real upset when I got here because I didn't think that was right.
Okay.
But, the thing that he got going on here, man, you got a basketball camp was all the time. And Rob, first, welcome to Talking Sports Live.
Oh, I'm glad to be here.
Go ahead, man. But what about your camp? I mean, I was looking down here on something a little different that you're going to have June 3rd through the 7th. Bring us up to date. I see computer camp down here. That's totally different.
Right. It's a student-athlete basketball computer camp, and what we're trying to do, we won't just be teaching basketball per se. We want to teach them that there's other things outside of the sports part of it. They can end up doing sports highlight films and commentary and things of that nature, and creating jerseys and all of that type of thing. So we're going to kind of mix all of that in with it and not just teach them the game of basketball.
Oh, wow, that sounds great, man. What about, Rod, are you looking at college, university kids, high school, or where are you looking as far as trying to get some athletes involved in this program?
We're going to start in the community. We're going to begin 3rd grade through 12th first and foremost. We want to go ahead and start young and just try to train them up. The main thing we want to focus on is letting them know that no matter how good of an athlete you are, you need something to fall back on, and that's our motto that we're going off of on this camp.
Sounds good. And,
I used to call him Hot Rod Beechem.
Why was that? What was that all about?
Well, I mean, it was a catchy name. It was a catchy name, and he could shoot. So that was a catchy name. So, Rod, what made you want to do this camp? I mean, you saw the need for this?
Yes, I've actually started my own multimedia company, and that's what I went to school for, and I also went for electronic engineering, so I'm kind of mixing all of that in, and I've started my own business, so I just wanted to give back to the kids. I felt like it was the perfect time to do that and give them something to do for the summer, so we're just mixing it in like that, and I wanted something different. I always wanted to do something kind of different and not traditional.
Now, this for big kids, little kids? Grown folk, who is this camp for?
I guess it's for the grown folk that want to drop their kids off. so they can do that, and we'll take it from there.
But what is the age group? You got age group here,
yeah,
right?
We have
3 to 5 and 6th to 8th grade, I guess.
Right.
And 9th to 12th grade, so he's going to cover it all, That's third
right, 3rd through 12th, yeah, 3rd through 12th. We'll break them into sections.
Okay.
And we'll do 3rd through 5th. We'll have them together, and then 6th through 8th, we'll have those together, and maybe 9th through 12th.
Is this your first time doing this?
Yes, this will be the first year, the first annual.
You running across any obstacles, or everything going smoothly as you prepare for this?
Not necessarily all the way smoothly, but it's I can't complain too much. I've really been blessed on it. The YMCA is going to be at the downtown YMCA, and my wife has been a great help. She's sitting over at the side, making sure I tell her that. But yeah, I mean, we have the YMCA and we have Coca-Cola. We have a few other sponsors, and it's not too late for churches or anyone in the community that wants to sponsor a child. Even if they don't have a child around that age group, we will accept those as well.
Who are some of the coaches? You got any coaches helping you out with this?
Not yet. I've talked to a few of them, but we hadn't made it all the way official. I have a few officials that'll help me, that's going to help me because I am an official as well. I referee high school sports, baseball, basketball, football, all of it. So I'm bringing some of those guys in.
Are you in Jackson?
Yes, I'm here in Jackson.
Here in Jackson doing this. That's great, man. What about the superintendent of the schools here in Jackson, public schools? Have you gotten involved with them to try to get some of the kids to register and get involved in these programs?
Yes, and they've agreed to allow us to bring them to the schools and send them out to the kids to take home to their parents and things of that nature. So they've really been very helpful in that.
Okay. That sounds good, man. I think it's great. And thank you. Now, you guys going to play any basketball at all down at the Y? I know you got the computer camp going. You have a session for that.
Right.
You're going to have a session where they do play some basketball while they're down there?
Yes, indeed.
That's indeed.
All kind of competitions and everything. Now, what we're going to do, the way we're going to do it, we're going to break it up in halves. Half of the day you'll be playing basketball. Half of the day you'll be in computer camp.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll mix it in. But the other half that's in the computer camp, we may have them come out and do a sports show while the other guys are playing. And just so they can interact like that, and they'll have other things to do with cameras, video cameras, and graphic design and all of that.
All right, sounds good, Rob. And I wish they had 12th grade, man. You can't get in this one, Rob. I don't think, man.
I may be able to come out and help out with the camp.
He can always come and speak now.
I can come and help out with the camp.
The only thing he can really do is carry that big camera on his shoulder, man, and take some pictures. That's about the size of Rod J. This kind of camp. I tell you that, man.
Well, Rod, how do they get in contact with you if they want to? Someone listening want to get their kid involved in this.
Okay, they can contact the office at 601-574-4163, and the office is located right beside the YMCA. That's where they'll be doing their registration, and that's where the computer portion of the camp will be held as well.
Okay. Coming up a little bit later, I want to get your thoughts on the NBA playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
And I want you guys to kind of talk a little bit quickly tonight because the Knicks are tipped off already. Okay, so you guys, just talk swiftly. Roger, you run that board quickly. Okay, so I can go watch the Knicks tonight.
That's not your team, is it? We're going to come back with Rod Beechem. We're going to talk to him some more about his camp that he's going to have here June 3rd through the 7th. We're going to talk about that and just get some insight on what he's been doing and what he think about the playoffs. It's been great. I was up late last night watching the Golden State Warriors, man, and San Antonio. It was a good basketball game. All the games have been good, really. We'll be right back after this message.